Hello, and welcome to our K2 History Social Studies Understanding Us. This is a weekly dive into historical skills and thinking. My name is Miss Christian. I teach at Oak Grove Belmead as a third grade teacher. I will be your virtual teacher for today. I love history. I hope you love it too. So let's get ready to get started. So tell me, what is your name? Awesome. I am enjoying learning all of these new names. Welcome. I am so glad you decided to take time today to learn more about yourself and history. I'm going to call you little historians. Can you say little historians? Let's get ready to learn, little historians. We're going to learn some new and interesting things today. So let's get ready for our adventure. Please go ahead and grab some of your favorite things that will help you draw and learn. Find paper, pencil, crayons, or even markers. I'm going to give you a minute to go ahead and get those things together. Great job, little historians. You are so responsible. Let's get ready to get started. So we're going to start with a word of the day. I wonder what my word of the day could be. Let's find out. Our word of the day is community. Can you say community? Great. Let's say it together. Community. Community. Community is what we're looking at right here on this map. Look at this map. What could be a map? Do you know what a map is? Have you ever used a map before? Most buildings and even neighborhoods have a map. A map is a drawing that shows what a place looks like from above. So in this community, we have a map that shows where home is, where a stadium is, and even where a school is. On this map, do you see roads? And I also see cars. And I even see a hotel. Can you find those things on this map? Excellent job, little historians. Let's keep going. A community is a place where people live, work, and play. Which type of community do you live in? Do you live in a community that has apartments, or do you live in a community that has a house? Wow. Well, you know what, little historians? I live in a community that has a house. And you know what I see in the word community? I see the word unity. Can you find the word unity in community? Excellent work. And look at the picture below. What are these people doing together in the community? That's right. They're holding their hands together because they're working together because they live together. Let's spell unity and community. U-N-I-T-Y. Good job. Did you point to those letters? Let's do it one more time. U-N-I-T-Y. Great job. Here's another picture. What do you see happening in this community? I'm going to give you a few minutes to look, and then we're going to share. A lot of things going on. It's a very busy community, don't you think? In this picture, can you find the little boy that is riding his bike in the community? Good job, little historians. I see you are working those brain muscles. Can you find the little boy who is walking his dog in the community? Great job. And I also see a bus and even a car in the community. And I see houses as well as tall buildings in the community. So go ahead and take a few moments and share with me, what do you see going on in your community? All right. Okay. Excellent job. Thank you, Lit Historians, for sharing that with me. Let's look at some other things that happen in a community. And before we get started with that, go ahead and take your time and draw a picture of your community. What will you include in your community now that you've seen a couple of pictures? Go ahead. I'm going to give you a minute to draw what's in your community with those supplies that you got out earlier. Excellent work. We're going to come back to it later, so don't put it away. Did you know that in a community, there are a lot of things going on, and it tells a history. It even sometimes tells a story or a legend. A legend is something that is passed down from generation to generation. And did you know that in a community, things can change over time? People can do things to rebuild or make things better in a community. So little historians, take a moment to look at these two pictures. How are they alike and how are they different? Go ahead, tell me. Right. Well, one picture is from a long time ago. Can you point to that picture? Which one do you think is from a long time ago? Correct. Little historians, you are so bright. This picture that is in black and white was taken in 1908. This is a photograph of a picture that was taken entitled Vegetable Man. This is right here in Richmond, Virginia at our own 6th Street Marketplace. Now look real close at the picture. What type of things do you see these men selling at the market? Yes, I see that too. I think these are big watermelons. And I even see corn and maybe even some potatoes. But little historians, I don't understand. Why is there a horse and buggy back there? Where are the cars? Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. This was a long time ago. Yes, we didn't have cars in 1908. Not everyone. So you're absolutely right. Those things did not get developed yet. So their cars were the horses and buggies, and everybody didn't have those either. So let's look at how we do things today. Today, little historian, we go to a supermarket. Can you say supermarket? Good. Look at the picture with the supermarket. What do you see? It's the same type of vegetables or maybe even fruit, but this time it's indoors. So this is a supermarket. How have these two pictures changed over time? Okay, great job, little historians. Let's keep learning. Did you know that in a community, you have people that contribute to it? Yes, they do. One person that contributed to our community in Richmond, Virginia was Maggie Walker. Maggie Walker, do you know anything about her? Great job. You are smart. Yes. Maggie Walker was the first African American woman to become a bank president. She has a home right here in Richmond, Virginia. You're able to visit her home because now it is a National Historic Site. They even have a statue in honor of her. And did you know that we also have another person in our community that played tennis here? Who could that person be? You're right. His name is Arthur Ashe. Not only did he play tennis, but he was a writer and an excellent speaker. They have a mural in honor of him right here at Battery Park. If you ever visit that park or if your school is by there, you should go check it out. It is awesome. Now, did you know that both Maggie Walker and Arthur Ashe both have a school right here in the community? Yes, we honor them by naming schools after them. Let's see what else we learn about a community. We have helpers in our community. Do you see any helpers on this page in the community? Which helper am I? Can you find that helper? Great job. That's right. I am the teacher. Can you point to the teacher on the page? Great job, little historians. What other helpers do you see on this page? Now, as I say them, I want you to point to them. Do you see the chef on the page? Great. What about the construction worker? He's important in our community. Yes. And what about the mailman? Do you see the mailman? A mailman or mailwoman comes to our community every day to give us valuable information and mail. And what about the firefighter? Do you see that? I have a firefighter that lives in our community, and I also have a police officer. Can you find the police officer? Great. And your community might even be close to a hospital or clinic. Do you see the doctor that lives in the community area? Good job, little historians. You are doing awesome. Now let's play a little game and see if you remember. Now, where would you find the firefighter working at in the community? Would it be the fire station or would it be the post office? Which one do you think? Oh, I can't trick you, huh? You're right. The firefighter will work at the fire department or the fire station. Great job, little historians. Let's keep doing. I got another one for you. Let me see if I can trick you this time. Where would you find the chef? Would the chef work in a restaurant or a doctor's office? Great job. You're absolutely right. The chef will work in a restaurant. Great job. Now, what are some things you do in your community? Do you have activities or sports that you play with your friends? What activities do you see here that happens in someone's community? Great. Yes, you're absolutely right. People play baseball and they play football and they even sometimes play soccer. Now, is your school by your community? Do you live near your school? How would you walk to your school? Would you walk? Would you ride a bike? How would you get there? Yes, a lot of people ride the bus. You're absolutely right. Now, is your school represented here? I see a lot of familiar faces at these schools. Yes, great job, little historians. You are so smart. And if you didn't see your school, tell me, what is your school? Awesome. I'm glad you took time to come visit at my virtual school. Now, who can you talk to about things that are happening in your community? How can you learn out more? You can talk to your family members. Your families live in a community and they're able to give you lots of information about what has happened or what has changed in your community. This could be your brother, your sister, even your grandparents or your parents. And if you can't talk to them, there are other ways you can get to know them and ask them questions about their community. You can send an email, you can phone someone if they don't live in your home, or you can even write a letter. Yes, people still like to write letters and receive that mail from that community helper. Now, here are some things that you can continue to include in your map. What things do you see that you can continue to include in your community? Does your community have a pool? Well, maybe they even have a bike trail, or they might have water where there's a lake or a river. Here's a picture of my community I put together. My community has a lot of trees and houses and cars. I wonder what else I could include in my community. Well, little historians, touch the yes button if you drew this in your community and the red button for no if you did not. And maybe that's something you'll consider to add. Did you draw flowers and trees in your community? Did you draw a bike trail in your community? What about a playground? Did you draw a playground in your community? Great job. Now let's just do a quick check. As our time is starting to come to an end, tell me something that you learned about a community today. All right. Okay. Excellent job. I'm so glad that you decided to take time out of your day and join me for a virtual lesson. I look so forward to working with you again. Little historian, you have been awesome. I'm glad you learned so many things about a community. So here is a mission for you. We have Mission Thursday every Thursday. Your mission for this Thursday is now to create a map of your community. Do you remember what a map is? Yes, a map is a drawing from above, which includes maybe even streets and labels and places and pictures. So after you finish that picture of your community, do another picture that shows a map of that community. Now, you're going to take your work and be ready to show me the next time we meet. And for this mission, you just need a few more things: paper, pencils, and crayons. Oh, little historians, I'm so glad you joined me today, and I enjoyed working with you on our mission to learn more about a community. I hope you had fun, because I did. Thank you for coming. And please, I look forward to seeing you